the reason why I thought now would be a great time to get you on here. Obviously, the buzz about those facilities that we talked about earlier. You guys already have a great existing base. Now you're getting to renovate those facilities and take them from, what is already a solid caliber for your level of football. Now you're coming into an area that is elite for this level of football and what's going on there on that campus. Talk to me about the renovated Bolton Center.
Yeah, it's going to be really exciting, especially for our program. There's a $6 million addition that's really focused on our football program in terms of a new locker room for our guys, and I think that's big. Just a space that will be for the football team, which then that allows us to renovate our old locker room, and that'll become baseball, men's soccer, and men's basketball. So the domino effect is big, but just new football locker room and the functionality that that'll serve, and in terms of it's set up in a way that we'll be able to have meetings in there as well with, TVs and whiteboards in the locker room and in those pods. So we'll be able to have position meetings in the locker room, and then new coach's office for the football staff, and then a new team meeting room that will fit our entire team that we
Big
can
time.
split into offense and defense within a few minutes. So that piece is going to be really nice. The wow factor of, you're going to show up and the trophy case is going to be right there, and then you'll go right into the team meeting room, which it's modeled after some of the FCS schools that are around us. And so, when we have recruits on campus, if they visit some of the FCS schools or they walk into Northwestern, they're not going to really be able to tell much of a difference in terms of facilities.
That's huge. And, you say FCS, I see that big block red N. I'm thinking go big red. I'm thinking Nebraska there in that locker. I pulled up the video of some of those visuals and things that were put out. How long were those just kind of circling around and finally coming to fruition now? What was the process like with that? And obviously phase one, we'll talk about here in a little bit. These are continuing to move on, but got to feel good. You've probably seen those a while ago to now have them finally start to come to fruition, man.
Yeah, we really remodeled the Boltman Center back in 2020. And at that point, they're like, all right, phase two is we need to work on some things with football. And then they've started the fundraising process. So over the last 3 years, it's funded by our donors, funded by alumni. And they've got to a point now where it's like, all right, it's go time. We're starting this spring, and it's going to be a 12-month project. So yeah, seeing those images, it's been really nice. It's been exciting just to see what's down the road. And yeah, I think we're anxious to get that facility up and get that going. And, I think they'll now renovate all of our existing locker rooms. And yeah, I think just again, we want to create an atmosphere that's a first-class atmosphere for all of our student athletes. And I think Northwestern does a really good job of that.
I think it's important too. I mean, you talk about pulling up some pictures here of that phase one, right? Over $2 million going into new gym floor, new bleachers, all these things. This isn't just a football deal. Like, this is a whole athletics revamp. I don't even know what word kind of describes what you guys have going on over there, but I wanted to, of course, mention that, and that the culture of the athletic teams over there, that just has to be on the absolute up right now with everything going on. And what's funny about that, I think from an outsider's perspective, and I'm sure you could probably attest to it, is it becomes a snowball effect. You get money for these kind of projects and people see what it goes towards and the impact that it has. The support, I would assume, especially that combined with the success you've had on the field this last almost a decade or so, that's just got to all contribute to even more of that snowball effect.
You're right. There is a great snowball effect, and just the excitement that is around the college, around the athletic department, from one team to the other team. I think we won 6 conference championships this school year across the sports. And I think, the first phase, yeah, you talked about the gym being remodeled, and, with our men's and women's basketball teams, our volleyball team, they're really successful programs. And it was kind of a rebranding of our athletic department and at the same time. And so they're really able to showcase that and highlight our facilities, just update and modernize them. So it's a great feel when you walk into those athletic facilities now. It feels big time. And I think that's awesome. But yeah, when you walk up and down the hallway, fortunate to be around some really good coaches. Our volleyball team was national runners up this year as well.
Awesome.
They're phenomenal, and it's fun to see our guys at those. Like, we're preparing for our national semifinals this year. For that game was coming up on Saturday, and Tuesday night is like, guys, you need to get down to the national championship volleyball game. So it's like Monday and Tuesday night, our guys were down cheering on our volleyball team, which was
That is
really awesome
awesome.
to see.
Where was that
And
at, that volleyball game?
They got to play in Sioux City, which is about an hour south of us. So I was a little jealous of the atmosphere that they had
Yeah.
for their national championship, just being an hour away. And, we were 19 hours away in Durham, which our fans were phenomenal down there. But yeah, it was a pretty awesome atmosphere to be a part of.